Are you lifting with your knees?
Yes. Bracing. Fortuitous that I have kept up my training.
At least the rain is washing away most of the smell.
If not the heat, I am positively sweltering. I admit that my knowledge of sanitation systems is lacking. But should this water be boiling?
No. I don't think so. No.
Then we indeed have a mystery on our hands.
Eli Beckett. Mage, accountant, and plumber. And sometimes all three. Huh. Looks like Wendy was right.
Turn it on! For the love of God, turn it back on! Wait. Master? Master! Master, is that you? No, you just can't leave me. Not again. Not yet. Please. I know. I failed you. I couldn't leave them. I was too weak. I tried so hard, but it was just too much. I was, yes. But I'm not sure who I am anymore. Do you remember, Master? How you found me? Frozen, half to death on the street? I almost died. You saved me! You healed me! Brought me back from certain death! That was no demon! It was you! You were so kind! You showed me how to heal! We were going to heal the entire city! But I couldn't do it without you. When you left, the power left too. The chill, the cold, it came back. I couldn't stop it. It just got worse and worse. I couldn't heal myself, let alone anyone else, so I left. I had to find something, anything that could help me get warm again. I'm so sorry, Master. You said that spell was dangerous. I didn't listen. But I was so desperate. I was freezing to death. The bed in that homeless shelter wasn't warm enough. You taught me a spell that would let warmth into my heart. So I spoke it. Then this happened. Yes, they were the only ones who would take me in.
No, you misunderstand. The shelter, it burned to the ground.
Was anyone hurt? Do you really think I can be helped? I don't deserve it. I know I don't, but if there's any chance, help me before I hurt anyone else. Anything you want. I didn't want to leave them. Wendy, least of all. She leads them now. She's keeping them all safe. She what? Why would she do that?
Standard escalation. More blood, more power.
I want this to end. Please, just let it all end. The knife? You mean your knife? Yes, I saw it fall down here. I took it. I hid it. Just in case you ever came back.
Could you get it for us? I'd love to study it.
I suppose, after you helped me?
I've been trying, but the fire is different. It's self-generating, self-sustaining. Even submerging himself in water couldn't snuff him out. I've never seen anything like it. I need to know more about his condition before I can even attempt a cure.
Master, this is all too much! I served you, faithfully, then you left when I needed you the most! How do I know you won't leave again? Cure me? Help me? Do that and I will get the knife for you gladly. Thank you, Master!
Poor guy.
He played with powerful magic he had no business using. He hurt dozens of innocents.
He was desperate. He made a human mistake.
In that, we are in agreement.
Evening, ma'am. No. In case it wasn't clear, this is a crime scene, which means stay back. Oh, really? Give me one reason. So you are. You're with the Staten Island precinct? What brings you out here? Really? This is the first time I've heard of it, but nobody ever tells me anything. You think this building was torched by the same guy? Alright, if you say so. The site's all yours, ma'am.
Interesting. That officer believed in your authority without question.
She was a cop. It's in her voice, her stance. You can't exactly fake that.
That is not in dispute. You certainly have a gift for command. We will discuss this later. Let us find what we came for. Is something the matter?
Freezing. That is certainly interesting. Oh, the ice is perfectly normal. Nothing magic about it. It's the cold that's not natural.
So you believe this is magic related?
Are people still saying, duh? Because, well, duh.
I cannot say I am impressed with the mundane authorities. They should have noticed this when inspecting the site.
Not necessarily. That officer said this place burnt down about a week ago. It wasn't raining then, which means that no ice should have formed.
Perhaps you are correct, and perhaps this was meant to be.
Come on, melt!
Is everything all right?
Everything's fine. It's just something inside is fighting back. There!
Nicely done.
That's me, Eli Beckett, enemy of ice. Well, that's definitely our cold source, all right. Now that it's out of the open air, the warm rain is coming down. I should be able to... Jesus! Look at that. Not a burn mark on him.
The ice protected him from the fire?
It also froze him to death, but if you want to get technical, sure, it protected him from the fire. Well, I might be going out on a limb here, but I'm gonna say magic.
Indeed. This cold is not natural.
Neither is the smell. Ugh. Maybe. It's hard to tell, you know, with all the frostbite and things.
I admit, he does look slightly recognizable, but As to who, I cannot say.
Yes, I'm as surprised as you are. The quality of that photo isn't so great, but it's definitely the same guy.
The evidence is undeniable. Jordan sought a way to remove the cold invading his body. It appears he failed. I know. And if his body is dead, that can only mean one thing. His soul transmuted, escaped his body, and became something else. He is alive, just no longer human.
He's become a fire elemental, a spirit bound to a body of flame.
He was a desperate, dying man. Those in such a position rarely consider consequences. Regardless, we cannot allow a fire elemental to run loose in the city sewers.
Thoughts? I have plenty of thoughts. None of them nice. Let me mull them over for a bit, okay? We should hear Jordan out before deciding anything, anyway.
Hope you found everything you needed, man.
Eli, you are scratching the buttons of your coat again, with your fingernail.
I am.
Yes. You are not even aware of it, are you?
Why is this a big deal?
It indicates a loss of control. It is minimal, but...
Right. I know. I'll work on that.
Master? You did? What did you find? What? I'm dead?
No, not exactly. You're a fire elemental now. You're alive, you're just in a new body. A body made of flame. That's why the flames are self-sustaining. You aren't on fire, you are fire.
So, there's no cure?
No. Your human body is dead. There's no getting around that. But you're kind of immortal now. That's something, isn't it?
You mean I have to live like this? Forever?
Yeah?
You should have left me in the cold, Master! You should have left me to die!
Yes, there is. I'm a fire mage. I can control and channel fire. Given enough time, I can remove the fire from your spirit.
Eli, what you are proposing...
will be incredibly painful, I know.
Painful?
It will feel like being skinned alive.
But it will kill me?
Eventually.
Then I'll do it.
No, it is not. I will not allow you to do this. Not when there is another way.
Another way?
There are others of your kind. Fire elementals. A whole world of them.
Yeah, in another dimension, across the void. How do you propose to get him there?
Jordan is a creature of spirit now, which means he can traverse the void. I can lend him the energy required, and show him how to open the way.
So he can, what, spend eternity with fire people?
Wait, eternity?
It is a one-way trip, Jordan. Life there will not be easy, but perhaps you can find a home there, a life.
But what kind of life would that be?
One that continues.
Sure, on an alien world, in an alien dimension.
I can't. This is all too much. Master, I know you've done your best. Whatever you decide, I will do.
There will be others of his kind. In time, they might accept him.
And if they don't, he'll be stuck there forever.
So the alternative is to murder him?
It's mercy. If I was in his shoes, I'd want the same.
But you are not in his shoes. You cannot make that choice for him.
And neither can you.
That is true. Jordan, what say you?
I don't know.
Do you really want to live like this?
Better a life like this than no life at all.
But what kind of life would that be?
One that continues.
Sure, on an alien world, in an alien dimension, all alone.
Yes, Master, you are right. Maybe this is how it should be. Maybe I was meant to die that night. Okay, I am ready.
You guys should wait above ground. I need to focus. And besides, you don't want to be here. This isn't going to be pretty.
This will come back to haunt us, in one way or another. Are you sure we made the correct choice? And yet, we ask him to suffer more. Perhaps it is worth it in the end. I am often told that I lack the perspective on such things, not being entirely human myself. At the expense of his own humanity, I did not take that into consideration. Eli, is he...
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, well, I might have lost a few lunches down there. Good thing it's already a sewer. Nobody'll notice. Jordan gave me the ritual knife before he... went.
And?
And it's a knife. I'll study it back at my lab. Hopefully find something to make this all worthwhile. Can we hail a cab? I don't feel quite up to the subway right now.
Of course. Good. You are awake. I was hoping to talk to you. Yes. And no. You have completed your first field mission. You must have thoughts. I am curious as to what they are. What are you feeling at the moment? Yes. Our work is important. Of that, there is no doubt. For some of us, the Unavowed is a calling. For others, a duty. But for you, I have seen you in action. I have seen you react under pressure. You were clearly meant for this life. I would not say so if it were not true. Your old life, your time as a police officer, prepared you for this. It gave you discipline, authority. The Unavowed has become lax in the recent decades. Perhaps you can help us with that. That is all any of us can hope for. At any rate, I detect no falsehood within you. You spoke the truth to me. Thank you. I will return to my training now.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. I was just reading some old texts with Fireside. Sarcasm received and understood. Sorry. It's a fire magic trick. Lets me read any book that was consumed by flame. It's a bit of a strain on the eyes, but beggars can't be choosers. It's an old Sumerian text about death magic. Really long, really boring. But I used to read books about S-Corp tax code for fun back when I was an accountant. I can handle boring. Ah well. See you at the meeting. Fire away. That's right. Back in my mundane days, back before my powers kicked in. I worked at the firm Weisel, Meltzer, and Sherman. There used to be a Beckett somewhere in the middle of that, but, well, you know. Yep, I was damn good at it too. I made partner in 5 years, worked at the firm for another 20. You had to know things to be an accountant back then. No computers to do half your job for you. And to make partner, you had to crunch numbers in your sleep. Me? I ate them for breakfast. Well, it was, for me anyway. Lining up numbers in my head, making them dance and do what I wanted. My boss used to say it was like magic. Turns out the old man was being literal. Who knew? Yeah, throwing a fireball or preparing your tax return. Tomato, tomato. It's all just numbers, and I'm really good at equations and numbers. Always have been. Sure, I guess. We were feeding the birds. What? You expected something else? There's nothing special about it. Just an ordinary day. I am? Huh. Yeah, I guess I am. The picture was taken in 77, 78, around 5 years after my powers kicked in anyway. I'd buried myself down here, studying old books, experimenting with spells, trying to come to terms with everything. Then Mandana dragged me out to the park. We fed the birds. It was nice, normal, ordinary. I felt human, and I can never forget that. Not ever. Well, I can't deny that's me. Almost 70 years ago that was taken. Could we not talk about this yet? You know what they say. If it's yours, put your name on it. But yeah, that's my house. Well, 50 years ago it was my house. Had to leave it behind when my powers kicked in. And the worst part? I was only 5 installments away from paying off the mortgage. Yeah, same.
To send you aid would leave our own domains undefended. You know this, Kalash.
Undefended against what? Ours is the only domain under attack.
Your charter is quite clear. Recruitment is your responsibility.
You accuse me of negligence. Just how many agents are currently in your employ?
That is precisely the point. We have no agents to spare. I am sorry, Kalash.
So am I, Arilax. New York is getting overwhelmed. When that happens, they will come for you.
Then we must be ready when it comes. Arilax out.
May Jahannam swallow you whole. Ah, you heard that, did you? Certainly. No doubt about it. It is no secret the threats have been escalating. I had hoped to appeal for aid and fill up our ranks. Alas, we are on our own. I respect Lady Arilax, but I should have known better. Never ask a dragon for anything. You will always regret it. A dragon at the head of the Dublin branch of the Unavowed. Yes. She is old, stuck in her ways. I suppose the same could be said of most of us. A magic phone? I suppose that is one way of describing it. There are shards of this crystal in every branch of the Unavowed. It allows us to communicate, for whatever good that does. Yes, duty calls. I have appealed once more for aid. It has been rejected.
Huh, this is my surprised face.
Why do you bother with those cowards, Father?
Show some respect. They are correct. Stubborn, but correct. I didn't say that. I said that there are rules, and they are following them. Each branch is responsible for its own defense and recruitment. In this respect, I have been negligent.
So have all the branches, Father. A sudden rise in threats would have caught any city unprepared.
And we're that city. Lucky us.
I shall appeal again, rest assured. In the meantime, let us go over last night's events. That is to be determined. Mage Beckett, have you recuperated from your ordeal with the fire elemental?
You mean Jordan? Yes. Physically, I'm fine.
And otherwise?
I'll recover. It had to be done.
In that, we can agree. However, I am deeply concerned that this mundane was able to acquire such a powerful spell in the first place. Yes, but why? Why would a demon do such a thing?
Why do demons do anything?
To create havoc, obviously. Why else?
No, this was too focused, too targeted. We are not dealing with a mindless spirit, bent on chaos and destruction. This demon had a plan, a purpose. We need to learn what it was.
Funny you should say that.
Ah, I know that look. You did as I asked, Mage Beckett?
Yes, I did, sir. And it worked. Well, working. It's not quite done yet.
What are you referring to?
Oh, the ritual knife. I did a thaumaturgic scan on it. Hold on, I'm getting to that. The knife was imbued with a very specific energy signature. Your demon's energy, to be precise. It's connected to you, and you alone. That's why you were the only one who could use it properly. Which means we can track it. Well, I can track the energy signature, but the demon's out of your body now. Its energy signature has changed. I can only track where it's been when it was in your body. It was busy, I'll say that much. It was all over the map. I'm trying to narrow it down to the areas of greatest activity, but it's slow going. So far, the scan's got you pegged in two places. The Bronx, around Gun Hill Station, and Staten Island, by the ferry terminal.
The veil is still in place. You need not worry about that.
Very well. Check both areas for void activity, and any sign of the demon. We'll show those idiots on the council what New York is made of. Meeting adjourned.